Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Syed, and welcome to ClayDesk. We're going to be talking about the state of DevOps, but essentially, why is this field growing so rapidly, exponentially? And of course, enterprise companies are just trying to find DevOps engineers or just people who have expertise or certifications in the DevOps field, but they cannot find these individuals. What's up, everybody? We're going to talk about why is this case and why is DevOps growing and why you should explore this particular path. All right, so I'm going to dive right in. And of course, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And of course, hit that like button and the bell notification so you get notified every single time we have either a full course. That's what we do here at ClayDesk. We have full courses, latest technology courses right here on YouTube for free, or you can check out our site or e-learning platform, claydesk.com, if you want to take or enroll in all of these hundreds of courses. All right, without further ado, let's dive right in, state of DevOps, and I'm going to give you the reasons. Of course, this report is here. If you need this report, let me know. Hit me with comments, and I will definitely send this out, or you can check out this report on our blog, which is blog.claydesk.com. All right, so this is the state of DevOps report, but I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to talk about why this field is growing, right? So apart from all of the facts and things that are given in this report, I'm just going to go ahead and continue to scroll down. And this year's, by the way, Accelerate State of DevOps report by the DevOps Research and Assessment DORA team at Google Cloud. Now, what they did was they had 7 years of research and data from 32,000 professionals worldwide. That's pretty substantial data, right? Tangible data. So, of course, you can make informed decisions accordingly. So their research simply examines the capabilities and practices that drive software delivery, operational, and organizational performance. So boom, right there, that's the goal, right? That's the goal that companies are striving to achieve, which is, faster, efficient software delivery. In other words, app development, software development, operational and organizational performance. So the two things right there. So there's software delivery, which of course means developers. Boom, that's dev. And then we have operational efficiencies. Boom, that's operations. So yeah, you guessed it, right? That's DevOps right there. And of course, organizational performance. So as a result of DevOps, you will definitely get the high performance, means profitability for organizations. So that is what basically is driving this field, in its popularity, and the skills are short. We can't find DevOps engineers. I can't find DevOps engineers. Anyway, let's continue. All right, so that's what this report is. That's what the research is all about. And their research, this is Google, DORA's research continues to show that excellence in software delivery and operational performance drives organizational performance in technology transformations. Boom, that's the keyword number 2, right? So here we're looking at tech transformations. What do we mean by transformations? Technology is technology. I mean, come on, what are we looking at? What are we talking about? What this simply means is that companies are actually migrating to the cloud, right? They have already. I mean, lots and lots of hundreds and hundreds of companies already have, but there are still companies who are actually looking at on-premise versus cloud, or a hybrid situation, or a full cloud deployment. So that's really what the tech transformations is. This is where the industry is. And that's why we see that AWS, for example, is just, absolutely growing exponentially. Google Cloud is growing. IBM is growing, Red Hat is growing. All these cloud platforms, they are doing pretty well. Of course, AWS being the number one on the Gartner quadrant, right? That's what the research shows. So to allow teams to benchmark themselves against the industry, what they've done, the Google team has done, is use the cluster analysis from a meaningful performance categories. And of course, the report goes on. So you got 2 points, right? Why DevOps field is growing. First is dev and ops and getting these two together. And the second is, all these technological transformations going from on-premise to hybrid situation to fully cloud computing. And that's what's happening. So what they found is the fact that the highest performers are growing and continue to raise the bar. That's 26% of the teams in their study. The SRE, which is Site Reliability Engineering, and DevOps are complementary philosophies. So teams that leverage modern operational practices outlined by the SRE friends report higher operational performance. Teams that prioritize both delivery and operational excellence report the highest org performance. So what are these companies looking for? They want to grow. They want, the most efficient infrastructure. They want to be able to have high profitability and, above all, highest organizational performance. So DevOps is actually providing, to achieve this particular goal. And that's why we see, DevOps field growing, because companies are finding out that, hey, if they have, DevOps engineers or people who actually understand both development and operations, and they're, well versed with the culture, the DevOps mindset, and they have, agile methodologies on the back, they have lean concepts pinned down. Those guys or individuals are actually helping these companies reach or strive towards highest organizational performance, right? So that's why they're doing it. All right. So more teams are leveraging the cloud and see significant benefits from doing so. So that's boom. Number three. Pro tip or third reason why DevOps is growing is because once things move on the cloud, yes, we need people who can automate the entire pipelines. We can automate the processes from, let's say, software delivery from point A all the way to point Z, which is the client. So here you are, you have, you're working for a company, and then you have a product, you're developing a software, you're developing an app, either for yourself or for a client. You need to be able to keep up with the app, right? With regular updates, with fixes, and whatnot. So all of that entire DevOps lifecycle. So if you want to check out that video, what is DevOps and the DevOps lifecycle, please go check that out. You will understand that throughout the DevOps lifecycle, we need automation. And who does that? Yep, you guessed it. That's DevOps engineer. That's us. All right. Perfect. So that's another reason why DevOps field is growing. All right. So apart from all of this, a positive team culture mitigates burnout during challenging circumstances. All right. Fair enough. How do we compare? And then, of course, the report continues. It's a long report. I'm not going to cover all of it, but I just wanted to highlight 3 points so far that I've highlighted. Very, very important why DevOps is growing and why you need to actually look at what DevOps is. If you want to start your career, then you need to look at the DevOps career path. Please go check out other videos that we have, tons and tons of videos that we've created in the DevOps career path, how to start with DevOps, and how to, which areas to study, what to look for, which courses to take, and whatnot, right? All right. So again, talks about the software development or delivery performance metrics, deployment frequency, lead time for changes, time to restore service, and change failure rates. All right. So that's really, I'm not going to cover all of it. Like I said, if you need the report, please, you can navigate to our blog and you will see this report and go through it. Another thing I want to mention is Puppet, by the way, also came out with the 2021 DevOps report. This is the State of DevOps report from Puppet. All right. So here you notice that they talk about the most highly evolved firm benefit from top-down enablement of bottom-up transformation, right? And that's really, exciting to see, because you'll see that 60% are actively promoting all of this. They're actually doing it, right? So fewer than 2% of the high evolution organizations report resistance to DevOps from the executive level, while only 3% of the mid-evolution organization report resistance. Half, 30%, as many as in that cohort, report that DevOps is actively promoted, compared to 60% high evolved or evolution organizations, right? Cloud automation with higher DevOps evolution. Yep, all people agreed. According to this report, 90% is high, right? Medium is 67 and low is 25. So that's pretty substantial. So that, yeah, another reason why DevOps field is growing, and we'll see that, by the way, as time progresses in 2021 and then moving forward into 2022, there will be even, we're predicting even more shortage of individuals. So that's another reason, right? Perfect. So that's a report. If you need this report, we can also navigate to our blog and you can see that as well. All right, and last, 6 key takeaways from DORAs. I've already talked about that, but this is a good summary on this site that I found. Number one, I'm going to talk about this, is organizations must shift from reactive practices to proactive and diagnostic measures, right? So that's pretty cool. All right. And then next is, of course, teams that leverage modern operational practices outlined by the SRE friends report higher operational performance. I've already talked about this. That's the second point. And the third point, teams with high quality documentation are better able to implement technical practices and perform better as a whole. That's, of course, another great point why DevOps field is growing, because once you start to automate the processes, you need to document all these processes, right? So that other people in the organization can also follow if need be, especially new hires and whatnot. All right, teams with quality documentations are 3.8% more likely to implement security practices. And of course, I have a whole course on AWS security administration or whatever, other courses as well. You can go check those out. All right, next point, team culture makes a large difference to a team's ability to deliver software and exceed their organizational goals, right? So again, DevOps is a mindset, is a cultural shift from just purely development or purely operations. They're actually combining the two, and then the DevOps engineers kind of see and bridge the gap between the two teams, whereas in addition to automating the entire processes. And that's what's happening. That's why DevOps field is ever growing. All right, so of course, open source software is always used. The third-party software, we recommend that you shift to using more open source software as you implement your DevOps transformation. Not bad, yeah. Open source is always a powerful way of implementing various third-party tools. All right, tracking changes through version control like Git. Yeah, if you want to go check out the Git videos, yeah, please do so right here on our channel. But tracking changes through version control is a crucial part of writing and maintaining code and for managing databases, right? So that's another great point. And then summing it up, finally, the faster your teams can make change to your software, the sooner you can deliver value to your customers, run experiments, and receive valuable feedback. Boom. So you see the bottom line? We have a piece of software, whether it's our own product, or the company's product, or you're developing a product for a client. The ultimate goal is organizational performance. The ultimate goal is delivering faster, efficient software to the end user, which is the client. So DevOps field is growing because it provides the ability to these organizations to achieve faster and efficient delivery of software. And you know what that means, right? Yeah, high profitability, high performance organization. Why not? Operational efficiency. So that's why DevOps engineers are required. They're needed, right? And if you are, thinking of, starting your journey with DevOps, you could do so. All right. So thanks for tuning in. If you're just jumping in, please subscribe. And of course, hit the like button and the bell notification so you get notified every single time we come up with the latest, greatest video. And last but not least, please go check out ClayDesk.com. This is our, the technology skills platform, the latest courses. And we have hundreds and hundreds of courses. If you need to enroll, you could do so. You can pick up any of these plans and you get all access courses. Yes, let me repeat that. So if you want to be, for example, a DevOps engineer, we put together a DevOps e-degree program. What that means is you have a bunch of courses. And again, it's just one simple sign up and you can pick any of these plans. And of course, you can take any of these courses for pick and choose. Doesn't matter which course. You have access to all these courses, and that's really easy way to dedicate yourself in learning and getting into the DevOps field. For example, this DevOps e-degree program, we've filtered out about 9 courses, right? It's over 100 hours of instruction, all with just nominal fee. You could, just go through all these courses, and these courses are hands-on, guys. We're not, we actually dive into the AWS environment, for example, and start to, yeah, it's all hands-on. All these pretty much courses are all almost 90% plus is hands-on. So you get to actually experience and do projects, right? All right, so I want to cover this. Perfect. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. So now you know why this DevOps field is growing. Let me know if you have any comments. Put your comments below. I'll be happy to answer those. My name is Syed, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.